Did you know that McDonald's is responsible for the success of Amazon? Yeah, I said McDonald's. And yes, I said Amazon. More specifically, their fries or the ingredients for their fries. Jeff Bezos, as a teenager, worked for McDonald's. He was a fry cook, and he took the secret ingredients of their fries and incorporated it into Amazon. Now, I know you're going, what are you talking about? Well, today I'm going to dive into those ingredients and how it made Amazon successful and how it can make your business successful. So if you're interested in this quirky, crazy story about fries and Amazon, get your notepad and pen and kick back and get ready to dive in. Hey, folks, if you think about going into business, I would consider opening a franchise. Franchises lowers your risk. So jump over and check out my folks at franchise.com. Hey, welcome to a random podcast where we challenge the status quo and we empower people like you to think different. First thing we got to do is examine McDonald's a little bit. So stick with me on this. McDonald's really became a franchise-oriented business back in 1948 when Ray Kroc, not the true founder, but the man who made it what it is today, took over. In order to franchise McDonald's, he knew that the food had to be the same at every location. He started to incorporate a system into play. He used technology in order to make this happen. At the forefront of his whole philosophy was consistent customer service. If you go to New York and get a burger, you go to Chicago, get a burger, you go to Atlanta and get a burger, every burger at McDonald's will be the same, including their shakes and their fries. The first way that he invested in this franchise ideal was to come up with a speedy service system. The speedy service system was basically a manufacturing assembly line, a kitchen production line where you would have the buns come down, and then you have the meat come on, and then you have the ketchup go on, and then you have the mustard, and then you have the onions. And it was an assembly line for food that made it speedy, fast, quick in order to get to the customers where they can serve the millions and millions that they bragged on. Secondly, what McDonald's did was they came up with standard equipment. In order to keep your shakes the same, you had to use the same shake mixing machine. In order to make your burgers the same, you had to have the same grill. In order to get them fries to taste so good, you had to have the same fryer. On top of that, they put an automation system in there where it was a timer. All the fries had to cook for the same amount of time. This was the standardization of McDonald's. Hey, folks, sorry for the interruption. I am so excited to announce that I am doing free business evaluations for anybody looking to go into business, anybody in business now. Simply jump over to the website, arandompodcast.com, and click on Become a Random. Fill out the form that you see here on the screen, or go down into the description and click on the link. Let's get back to the podcast. The next part of the strategy was to do proportionate ingredients in food, because if you're putting a different amount of fries in the fryer, it's going to cook different. So they had to break out all the ingredients and all the food into proportions. So that way your burger has a bun, the same weight of meat, the same amount of ketchup, the same amount of onions. The thought pattern behind that was that it needed to be identical. To each other. The next step to Ray Kroc's business strategy and the system that he was putting in place and the technology that he was using was your supply chain. In order to have the right proportion of ingredients in food, you had to make sure that all the locations were getting it from the same vendor. It wouldn't make any sense if you were getting your fries from one vendor and then you were getting your fries from another vendor and you're trying to keep the same proportion and cook it in the fryer for the same amount of time. They're going to come out different because it might be different types of chops. It could be a different type of potato they use. It could be any of those things. That had to be consistent, the vendor portion of that. Okay, I know you're saying, what's this got to do with Amazon and fries and Jeff Bezos? I mean, you're saying that he stole the ingredients for the fries. I'm going to reveal how he stole the fries and incorporated it. I want you to first take out a piece of paper. I want you to write down the word fries. If you don't have a piece of paper, you can air write the word fries. Follow me very carefully. The first thing Jeff Bezos did as part of Amazon to make it unique was he did the same thing that McDonald's did by having a speedy service system. In order to make a consistent customer service experience, he had to have something that moved fast. So he incorporated robotics and AI technology in order for packages to move quicker, for packaging to happen quicker, so that you can pick the products quicker, so that you can ship them quicker, and you can deliver them quicker. It's just like McDonald's speedy service system. What I want you to do with the F in your fries, I want you to write down vertically, AST, fast. So everything about this first area was to move fast, quick, quick, quick. This is the first stage in having a consistent customer experience. Second thing that Jeff Bezos did, he incorporated delivering products and services himself. He brought it in-house. At one time, he was using FedEx. At one time, he was using independent contractors. Now we see all these Amazon trucks all over the place. They're responsible for the delivery of their own products. The reason why he had to do that, he had to make a standard. He had to make a standard just like McDonald's did when it came to standard equipment. He had to make sure he was reliable. That's the R in fries. So write reliable. He put a system in place to be reliable, just like he learned when he was at McDonald's. Third thing that he did to be similar to McDonald's was proportion what needs to be housed at what facilities according to demand. These are the things that he was able to proportion out to make sure he had the right ingredients at the right moment so he can create consistency. So that's why we have fulfillment centers all over the place, and you wonder how you get your package the same day, because you use a technology in order to proportion his inventory throughout the country and out the world as needed. So you can go ahead and say, I is for identical. What is identical? How it is in Chicago should be like in New York, should be like in Atlanta, should be like in LA. If you can get packages the same day in LA, you should be able to get packages the same day in Atlanta. You don't want someone from Atlanta bragging to someone in LA that I got my package same day. It's taking a week for theirs. It had to be identical. There's your I in your fries. You see where I'm going with this, folks. The last piece to the puzzle that he matched with McDonald's was customer feedback. While that information was primitive then, now today Jeff has better technology where he's able to see what consumers want and what consumers don't want and incorporate that into Amazon's website, as well as having caveats of things like Prime, overnight delivery, same day delivery. Look at McDonald's. They had drive-through. They had self-order kiosks now. So that is the E, the experiences. Yes, and go ahead and add on the S for service. Now you see how Jeff Bezos stole fries from McDonald's. Jeff Bezos figured this out when he was a teenager working in McDonald's in Miami. He figured out you have to be fast, you need to be reliable, it has to be identical, they have to have a great experience, and they have to have great service. Fries. There you go. Now I just told you how you can take McDonald's fries just like Jeff Bezos took McDonald's fries, and you can incorporate it into your business and become a success. Hopefully you get billions like Jeff did. Now for all you entrepreneurs looking to continue to go to the next level, I have a video right here called The Secret Sauce. Great video. You need to check it out. But you can also check this video out as well. Hopefully, this has been helpful for you. If so, put it in the comments and give me some likes. This is your boy J.I., a random podcast. I'll holler at you on the other side.